This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Are you looking for sealed product and singles? You can find it all on Channel Fireball. Please use my Tailmon affiliate code when checking out to help support my content. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. If you're from Europe, Millipots Gaming has a wide array of sealed products, singles, and more. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. Want to show off your love for Tablemon? Check out my 2021 merch. These new hoodies and shirts are available on Amazon. Click on the link in the description to get yours. Hello everyone and welcome back to another deck profile for post-rotation. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to be taking a look at SYLVEON VMAX. Now SYLVEON VMAX is a pretty cool card. It is a Rapid Strike Pokemon which allows us to use a lot of Rapid Strike cards. Yeah, as you can see in the deck list right here. SYLVEON base ability allows you to search for any item card you want, put it into your hand and finish your turn after you use the ability. So pretty decent, especially when you get the ribbon badge that you can see over there. Ribbon badge when it's attached to SYLVEON VMAX. If SYLVEON VMAX is knocked out, your opponent only takes 2 prizes for it instead of 3. So that's obviously really useful to help with the price trade-off. And then SYLVEON VMAX's attacks for 1 Psychic Energy, which we don't have, so it's irrelevant. But for 1 Psychic, you can attach an extra energy from your hand, I believe, or from the discard pile. I'm actually not sure. I don't remember. I don't have the translation right here with me. You get to heal 120 damage to the Pokemon you attach the energy to. But the second attack is the main attraction. You do base 70 damage and you do 30 more for each different type of Pokemon you have in play. So actually on your bench, sorry. So that's why we have this wide array of Pokemon. We have Fighting with Rapid Strike Urshifu, we have Water with Octillery, we have Darkness for with Moltres, and we have Grass with Cricketune and Colorless with Oranguru. So we have 6 different types in our deck that should allow us to maximize the damage output with SYLVEON a lot. And now on paper this deck seems pretty strong to me because you have Psychic type to cover Rapid Strike Urshifu, and you have the Dark type Moltres to cover Shadow Rider Calyrex, right? And you have Fighting to cover Eternatus. So on paper this seems pretty good. Now with no damage modifiers, your damage might come up short, especially in the Eternatus matchup overall, since we don't have Passimian for the bonus damage and whatnot. But I think this should be pretty fun to play, sort of this stage 1 toolbox deck. Obviously I wish we weren't playing with 3 prizers, but 2 prizers, that would make this really fantastic option, but unfortunately we are not. But anyways, Octillery helps us find Rapid Strike cards, SYLVEON Online, and these energies, which are pretty important. We have Moltres to have energy in the discard pile, and then energy switch it to power up SYLVEON and Rapid Strike Urshifu for the Gmax Rapid Flow a lot more quickly. We have Cricketune helps us with recovery, especially if it's in the active. We get 4 cards drawn till we have 4 cards, which is pretty nice. And we have Oranguru for Marnie protection, and also for the, it's a good Pokemon to have, a utility Pokemon to add to SYLVEON's damage output and can protect us from Marnie in the late game, which with 3 price Pokemon, it feels like late game is now, sorry my throat is very sore. It feels like late game is now turn 3, right? Now we are playing 4 Capture Energy for consistency purposes, and because SYLVEON VMAX's attacks cost colorless, and with the Rapid Strike Energy, we have we can cover the cost as well for the Urshifu. So getting that bonus Pokemon set up, getting the Remoraid, getting the Urshifu, getting the SYLVEON out, all of it seems pretty important. The Ribbon Badge, really cool card. We have Energy Switch to power up energies. We have Research and Boss, obviously staples along with the Marnie, but this time to help with the consistency we have Karina's Focus, because that is a searchable supporter that we can utilize through Octillery, which is pretty fantastic. Searching for your supporter, getting more resources into your hand, never ever a bad thing. We have a bunch of switching cards with the Herballoons, the switches, and the Tower of Waters. We also have searchable Path to Peak counters, which is really nice. We don't have Crobat in this. Crobat shares typing with Moltres, so we weren't getting too many benefits out of it. I would imagine, right? I'm not sure because I haven't tested with this deck, of course, but I would imagine that between the Artillery, the Capture Energies, the Quick Balls, the Instances, the Kricketune, and the Oranguru, and the 9 supporter count, right? Usually the norm is 8 for Research for Marnie. With the 9 supporter count, we should be able to be consistent enough to the point where we don't need Crobat. I'm not guaranteeing this, I might be completely wrong, and we need Crobat for this deck, but I think this would be my initial version of the deck in order to give it a try. Now, Sylveon's metal type weakness is very unfortunate because Zacian and Tailion, which we will cover very soon in the channel, is going to be a pretty powerful deck in the upcoming standard format. So we get a little bit of coverage for that with the badge, because then they take 2 prizes instead of 3. But we have no way to reliably 1-KO Zacian. If you're not a fire deck, you actually don't have great ways to 1-KO Zacian, which is something that could definitely affect the overall game and could be very impactful. So I believe Zacian could get stronger than it currently is. The lack of Welder as well should definitely benefit Zacian decks overall. The one drawback that Zacian decks have is that they can't play Capture. They can, but it doesn't benefit Zacian because its attack isn't metal colorless. If it was, it would be even more broken than it currently is. But because it's 3 metals, running Capture Energy in Zacian is actually not as beneficial. But I will be covering Zacian because it should be a powerhouse. And so, I don't know, this deck on paper, it has all 3 types that you would want, because most the top 3 decks should be Rapid Strike Urshifu, Eternatus, and Shadow Rider Calyrex. So with this, you technically have a counter to all those 3 decks, but on paper, like powering up Moltres before they KO you, not that easy, or easier said than done. That 2-2 line of Urshifu is actually thin-ish in order to deal with an Eternatus VMAX that's applying pressure to you since the very second turn, and SYLVEON VMAX, which is of course the focus of the deck, can or should be able to deal with Rapid Strike Urshifu decently well, as long as you can get them powered up quickly enough in order to deal with them, and have enough different types of Pokemon on your bench in order to make sure that you are doing enough damage, right? Because it doesn't matter if your Sylveon has all the energies ready to go, if you don't have, I believe you would need 4 different types of bench Pokemon, because it's 70 plus 30 more, so 3 would be 160 times 2, because of weakness you'd be 10 damage short, so you would need 4 different types of Pokemon on your bench in order to pull it off. Definitely possible, definitely doable, just not guaranteed, right? That's what I'm trying to get to. It's not a guaranteed KO, it's not a guaranteed overwhelming win just because you have the type advantage, and because you do have the type advantage, but your lines are so thin that it might not necessarily be enough. And with no more Viridian Forest, I would also put into question how reliable it's going to be to get the dark energies, right? First off, draw them, and then secondly, get them into a discard pile, because you do have research, you do have quick ball, but those don't help you find the energy, right? And playing 5 energy cards, it's as high as you can go with this. Maybe you could swap 1 capture for a 6 darkness, but I also do like the reliability that capture energy offers, which for some reason I keep calling call energy, right? I've been doing too much retro digging on my on my older cards, and I keep calling capture energy call energy for some reason. But anyways, cool deck. I look forward to playing with this. I feel like it's gonna be like a very low tier 2 deck, not as powerful as the top 3 decks, but definitely a little more fun, or a little more interesting and unique than the other decks that we've seen so far, especially with the ribbon helping you in adjusting or modifying the price trade-offs to your advantage. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying these quick deck profiles. Let me know if there's any particular deck you would like to see for the post-rotation format with Evolving Skies.